made out of two woods on the sides and back. This is the Hawaiian koa, most exotic wood for Nergra guitar ever, and the cocobolo rosewood sides. This guitar has the particularity also that it does have bigger the sound port for the treble side, as opposed to the previous top model, which had a smaller side for the trebles than this. You see, these two here. So the thing is that the most contemporary approach, or the newest thing, to have different wood in the back to bounce the sound. This is all acoustic phenomenon, and therefore it's very interesting the outcome. So playability here. Look at how much effort you have to do to pick up the first fret. Like here, look at this action. So I am at nothing from the fret, so you don't feel you are playing, you feel you are flying. This is the difference. And then of course there are different variations out of this Simplicio second generation, like this here, which is an affordable model, which is also great. And this guitar, why? Because what I always said affordable means, really speaking, when there is no quality in a guitar, the only thing left to talk about is price. But when quality is there, price doesn't matter. So this is the thing. And I'm not a rich guy, I'm just another middle-class man. But the enjoyment one gets from playing a proper instrument, which also is an investment for life, because in 20 years of experience with this brand, I never have seen one problem ever with all the guitars I have had, also my friends that have different collectors. I know many people who have AG, and this is a tremendous investment because it will never go wrong, first of all, and you want to enjoy all your life playing as well. So these things are priceless. The comparison of this much model, let's say, quality and price comparison, this is totally a total mistake, because price is one thing and quality is another. Hence there are expensive bad guitars, expensive nice guitars, and inexpensive nice guitars, and also inexpensive bad. These four categories there. So you can also get a bad quality instrument with so-called big brand name, which is plugged off defects in the bridge, etc. Watch the description of this video. I will post the one of the Emperor's Snake thing for those who want to open the eyes and see which kind of bridge you have in the guitar with the holes wrongly drilled. So if a so-called great luthier doesn't know how to drill 6 holes straight, then I'm sorry, no thank you. I don't like that. So this is one thing. And the other is that these guitars, of course, are not for everyone, because it's an avant-garde instrument. This is the Simplicio 1932 model, and this is such an advance ahead of its time. Even then in the 1930s, it was ahead of its time. So what to speak now, people also say, oh wow, this is special. Because why? Because there is something in there which other guitars does not have. So this is the question about playability, because actually you may play anything in such guitar, but when the instrument transports you really to another dimension, then that you don't have to be being questioned about impediments or being checked all the time because of wrong measurements or obsolete stuff, simply speaking, because really in the last 100 years have been zero evolution of the Spanish guitar, except for AG here in Spain, and amazing things lately with the Simplicio Barcelona school of ideas and of futuristic concepts, because these guitars are from other planet, literally speak. But so of course it's not for everyone. But the question about price is just a very ignorant remark, because when there is no quality in an instrument, the only thing left to talk about is price. When the quality is there, then price doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Because it's not comparable to what the instrument will give you, right? This much money is not equal to what you can do with the guitar. One is always winning by having an instrument. And by having money, you may have paper after the next crisis, or saying anything which happens, that the money becomes worthless. Instruments do not become worthless. When Simplicio made these 9 guitars back in 1929, in fact, there are only 2 or 3 available. One in Harrison Foundation. We'll post the links in the description. But then, in the 1920s, nobody wanted to buy it. Why? Because they said, oh, what is very weird, we don't want like that. So, these dinosaurs, stagnant traditionalists, so-called traditional people, of course, they opposed this idea. And then Simplicio he couldn't sell it. But big mistake, now it will be more than $1 million. In fact, I'll link at the description, you make sure you can watch it. Click those links from an auction in the States. That was from before he actually did this thing, was sold $250,000 in instruments. So guitars, yeah, are an investment. And once you understand that what you are investing in, then the question of price doesn't matter. Right? Either you have money or don't have money, that's irrelevant, it's another thing. But this so-called price-quality comparisons are used for people who do not know about guitar, really. This is all only for price buyers. There are 2 kinds of buyers. Price buyers want to save money, and quality buyers. Quality buyers may also not have much money, like me, maybe some middle-class person. I also know what it is to struggle to have a guitar and save for an instrument, but the thing is that, yeah, I want to get quality. I don't want to save $10. I want to have the quality. So then, therefore, when one is determined like that, things manifest. And this is part of your test, or maybe the fate each one has with the instruments, because in my personal experience, guitars come to you as if they search for their owner. So, as you see, all what we are saying is about playability, quality, and this thing. Here, the price discourse is irrelevant, really. Of course, if one is a price buyer, then he has to go with commercial brands and then say, this one is so much, this one is so much. But really, there is no difference when quality is there.